Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm coming to you live from my kitchen cart in my kitchen. I'm going to be doing a series of videos. Be called something like things I've bought in between June and now. Like I said, other videos have been meaning to get to this stuff earlier, but just problems, so I'm just going to do it all right now. I'm going to break it down into 3 videos. First one I'm going to do today is going to be things I've purchased directly from hobby shops, local ones nearby. The next video will be probably things I've bought on Kijiji between now and then. And then lastly will be eBay purchases. And the reason I'm doing the eBay one last, I'm hoping one more thing comes in from eBay in the next couple days. And yes, I suppose we'll get right into it. I got my power cab out. I'm going to need it for one item I'll show you that I got from the hobby shop. So I'll go get that and we'll start. So first item up I got is this BLMA Tropicana Reefer car. Picked this guy up at Otter Valley Railroads. If you haven't heard of it, it's an excellent place to purchase all your model railroad stuff. It's probably some of the best prices I've seen in Canadian dollars, and they're located in Canada. Closest major city I would say is London, Ontario, but they're in Aylmer, Ontario. Picked it up for $30 plus tax, which is pretty good because I've noticed I got some more in recently, but because they're not making BLMA anymore, the price of each car is $45 now for the same thing. So I'm glad I at least got one of them. So I'll take it out of the package, I'll stick it on the track and do some close-ups. So here we go. It's got really fine, excellent detail, and that's part of the reason why I bought it, is because it just looked really nice. I think it's probably the nicest piece of freight rolling stock that I own currently. And I don't know if my phone here will focus on any of that lettering, but it is, you can read it. The detail of the reefer unit. Yeah, so overall I think that's a nice piece, and I think it was a good price too. Moving on to the next. So this next item I got up is a HO scale gas transport truck, and it's the Trimac company. I also got this from Otter Valley Trains. This was a special buy. I originally went out there to pick up a couple things, one of them being the reefer unit and another gas transport truck. And we looked all over the store for it. There's only one in stock, and unfortunately we couldn't find it. So I was going to just settle for a Chevron one, and I thought I'd just make it work. Then he told me, he's like, I have a couple of these ones. I'm like, really? Like, you can't really get these ones. Like, they're out of stock because they were super popular, and the trucks and stuff is no longer being made. So he pulled it out, and he said they have some defects on them. I couldn't sell them, and the company just said to keep them. And so he sold me this for $15, and the only problems with it is where the flashing was. They just didn't repaint the flashing. So you can see there's red paint, and then there's 2 little splotches beside it. That's just where there's paint missing. I mean, that's minimal. Like, I could paint that. I could put something there. I could even just fill it in with red, and it maybe just looks like marking. So I was really happy to pick this up because I'm working on a new fuel station, because I sold the SO station I made with the layout. Wasn't a big deal. I only built that small one because it would fit in the space, but with the new layout I'm going to have a larger one. Larger and better, so yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not going to take it out of the box. We can kind of see through it all. But yeah, I was happy to pick one of these up because I'm pretty sure you can't buy these anymore. Alright, moving on. Alright, got more trucks from Otter Valley. I don't know, I got a thing for trucks. I don't know. I have a lot. I keep buying more. These were something I just saw in store, and they were 2 for $10, and I'm like, that's pretty cheap, and I will put them to use for something. Yeah, not much to those. Again, I'm not going to take them out of the packaging, just because. So I guess we'll move on. I also got, same day from Otter Valley, this Billboard kit made by Blair line. I've never purchased anything from them, but I'm hoping it won't be too hard to put together. Thinking about not using the images that came with it and printing out maybe something, I don't know, Victoria's Secret maybe. I thought that'd be more enjoyable than whatever the cell phone is up there. So yeah, $12. I thought it would look good on the layout. I bought all this stuff with the intention of putting it on the old layout, and then when I bought this and I found out it was selling it, so anyways, I'm happy. It'll fit somewhere on the new layout. Picked this Walthers kit up from Credit Valley Railroad. I just happened to be in Mississauga one day and stopped in and decided I wanted to buy something. I didn't know what. So I saw this, and I originally only wanted it for the little guard shack with the gates to control entrance to the police station on the old layout. But then, like I said, again, I ended up selling it, so yeah, I'll make use of this somewhere. Yeah. And then last, but certainly not least, is this. Picked up this Broadway limited track mobile. I picked it up from Paris Junction Hobbies here in Paris, Ontario. Pretty much between, I guess, maybe Cambridge and Brantford area-ish. Yeah, I picked it up for $100 plus tax, and it apparently has DCC in it, which is be interesting because the lowest price I saw for one of these with DCC, not sound, was $125, and this is $25 cheaper. So we'll find out in a second when I take it out and if it actually has DCC. I just thought I'd show some of the packaging. Slid out of the clear case, and inside the clear case, it's in the clamshell. This was in it, just an empty box. Filler, really, I don't know why. Pretty sure it's empty. And then got an owner's manual, and I guess just the features of it, the packaging that you could see through the back or the front, perhaps. So, got it out of the package here, and the detail looks pretty good. As far as I understand, there's no working lights or sound at all with this unit. It just has a decoder to move it forwards and backwards. I've seen some YouTube videos of people have upgraded it, put lights in and sound. To be honest, I don't know how they did that because it doesn't look like there's much room to it. It has a fair amount of weight for being so small. One thing I did notice, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but if you flip it upside down, you can see one side of the wheels are straight, and the other ones are bent in. And I don't know if they're supposed to be like that. I didn't try to move them. But, yeah, I just thought this would be good. I'm planning on putting in a yard, like some kind of small yard on the new layout, and I thought this would look cool on it. Kind of wanted one for a while. I have heard that they don't pull very much, like 2 cars max. I think prototypically I don't think they'd be pulling that much at all anyways, so I'll throw it on the tracks and fire up the power and see what it does. So I'll get to move a little bit for you here. That's one speed step. Moves pretty quick. It's smooth, but it's kind of a little quick for one speed step. It's a little noisy, but I suppose it is pretty loud as well. One thing I am going to throw in this video, because I don't know where else it would fit and didn't have too much to show you that I bought from hobby shops, is over the summer I worked for a technology summer camp for kids. I ran a Star Wars fan camp. It was pretty fun. Anyways, at our site we had use of our 3D printer, so I thought, like, hey, you know, while I'm doing stuff with the kids, why not try to print some 3D stuff that's train related? They weren't the best 3D printers because they were just, you know, supposed to just, you know, be for kids and whatnot. So I managed to print a couple things that turned out okay. I got these here, those like highway like K like barriers, like the concrete barriers that you see. Pretty sure they're about scale. I figure once I sand them up a bit and paint them concrete, they'll look good. I was able to print about 6 or 8 of these or so. So those will look cool in the layout. This was the start of a ballast machine that was printing fine, and all of a sudden it stopped printing. It just gave me this mess. But I kept it anyways because the bottom's finished. And it fits on the track like it should. I'm just going to build up some like little walls with styrene around it. That way when I fill it up, I can still use it okay. So that didn't go to waste. And the last thing I printed was a 8 scale or so container chassis. This turned out okay. Like I said, the little legs kind of didn't print so well, and the wheels didn't come out perfectly round. I mean, it's hard to tell. With some sanding, I think it'll look okay. Sanding and some paint probably look okay. Alright, so I went and grabbed the container, and I found a little truck that I was able to find in one of the many boxes, and so yeah, I just threw it up on the trailer. The trailer's a little short. Yeah, doesn't quite line up to where it would go, but I think it looks okay. Certainly looks okay for being free to me. Obviously it's not really the right truck for the job, but that's okay. So yeah, I think I'll give you an update on this project another time. Sand it, paint it up, and see what it looks like. Alright, YouTube, that'll wrap things up for this video. Stick around for more. Sometime soon I'll be doing the Kijiji buys, and there's a few of those. So I'll leave you with a little run by of this track mobile, and I'll see you next time.